This is the Turn Racing Porsche 718 wheel that I made last year. It's got the flat face front as well that I designed and put on printables. And what I'm wanting to do is take all the main plastic parts off, fill them, sand them and paint them in a satin black. And I'm also wanting to put the correct stickers onto all the buttons and just generally make it much more like the real steering wheel. The first thing we need to do is take the wheel apart until we have all the pieces that we want to paint separated. Keep all of the fixings together as we'll need them to attach the painting handles later. We're now going to sand these down with the 3M medium grit foam back sandpaper, and this is to provide a key that the resin and cornflour mix will be able to adhere to. We need to let the parts fully dry before the next stage, which is applying the resin. We'll attach these painting handles to make it easier to apply the resin. Thoroughly mix the resin and cornflour before applying a thin coat to all of the pieces. A second coat is applied after allowing the first coat to cure in the sunlight. We'll allow this second coat to cure before sanding. We've now got all of our parts covered in the resin and the resin's cured. So what we need to do next is take all the painting handles off and then we can get to sanding them. So again, we're going to use the 3M medium and fine in a sponge form. And we're also going to use sanding sticks. So I've got a 240 and a 400. So 240 to get the roughest areas off, then a 400 to smooth it out. And these are good for the flat areas like on the front of the faceplate. We'll remove the painting handles to make it easier to sand the pieces down. Wash all of the pieces and allow them to dry fully. Apply 2 coats of high-build primer to each of the pieces and allow them to dry fully. We've now got all the parts primed, so we need to sand them down, ready to put the black spray paint on. So I'm going to use the 3M Superfine sanding sponge and a 600 grit sanding stick to do that. I've also printed the button covers in resin as well to show you how to prepare these. So initially 400 and fine, just to get the roughness off the surface, and then 600 and super fine to get it ready for primer. The parts are now ready to paint, which I'll cover in the next video.